Happy Sunday, guys. We're going to do a quick tour of the Port Crescent State Park in Port Austin. Hope you enjoy the video. Up front here, where you check in, they do have a horseshoe pit and a couple benches to sit at while you're up here. We'll start heading back. When you first come in right here, there is one cabin. Get a picnic table, fire pit, and a grill. Start heading in through the sites. The sites are kind of small through here. They're not really deep. They are nice and wooded. There is a vault toilet back there. This sites are 12, 14, 16. Like I said, they're not really deep at all right here. And then these are the ones across the street here. And again, you can see not deep at all. There is a couple steep hills in here going through the sections you'll see as we go through. And here's sites 21, 24, 26. These would be really good sites for tents, but not very big for a camper. We're coming up into the 30s right now. This is 34 and 35. Again, real woodsy, shady, but the sites are relatively small. And here's one of the bigger hills that goes down to the next set of sites. There is a good view of the water from here. I will pan across. It's a little hard to see. Continuing down the hill. Down here in this section, there is a new modern bathhouse. This is site 41. And of course, the people have left and left the fire going in the fire pit, which is awesome. We do have the bathhouses right here. Not sure why they have some porta potties. So I came over here by the bathhouse to take a good view of the water. We will grab these sites when we come down around. An awesome view of the water. Again, this is a very large bathhouse. Tons of showers. Great views of the water. Woman's bathroom. And then this bathroom down at the end. And then all these showers. And again, this is the modern bathhouse with the good bathrooms. I do see a unisex one. Which again has the shower, your toilet, and your private sink in here. Fairly large to get into. So as you continue on through these sites, they are, again, like I said, relatively small and not really accommodating for really big rigs. There are a few sites in here that definitely can handle a bigger rig, like Site 41. But these are sites 50, 51. There is another cabin back here. Pretty secluded, but very nice, lots of shade. Great view of the water. We're going to be making the turn right now, and these sites all back up to the water. They are really small sites, mostly tents. The water levels are really high up here this year, so there's not much beach. The water pretty much comes right up to the shoreline. But this is sites 56, 57, and 58. Again, you're coming around the back side of the modern bathhouse. Again, the water is right there at the bottom of your site. That's site 60. As you can see here, smaller site, great for a pop-up. Here's site 63, 64. Like you can see, there are some rigs down here, but it is a really tight fit. This is 65, 66. Again, smaller rigs. Some people have managed to get some bigger rigs on here. These sites back up to a hill. There were some sites at one point through here, but they've let them overgrow because of the erosion. And you see there's some sites here. 72. They're really small, back up to a wall. But on my left here, these used to be sites. You can see the power boxes still, but they've now let them grow. So there's a lot of sites down here on the water that you can't rent anymore. You can only rent the ones that are on my left here, across the street. Coming by site 77. And then when we get down here, there are a couple more sites now back by the water. But you have a berm that kind of blocks the view. But that's site 78. That's site 80. And we're gonna pause for a few minutes. We're back. Had to wait for a person to pull out. Again, you got some smaller sites down here in the water. They're 84, A, B, C, and D. And then you have a playground off to the left here. Here is the beach that's down here. Again, relatively small this year because of the high water levels. The sites are super sandy down here, so lots of sand. And you come back around towards the front part. Again, you have another bathhouse up here by the playground. It is an older style bathhouse. Through here's site 95. They back up to a pond. Some sites off over here. They're a little bit bigger and accommodating to bigger rigs. 99, 100, 101. Coming by 103 and 105 here on my right. the front. And these are bigger sites. We have the camp host, it's right here. Now, to go through the other loop, you do have to go back in through the one-way here, but you'll turn off just past the old bathhouse, and it'll bring you around another loop that we will go through in a second. Alright, so we're gonna now make the turn, which will take you through campsites 112 through 137. I would consider this like the upper loop. This is site 112. There are stairs down to the beach. Again, very shady sites, lots of trees, but the sites are relatively small. This is 114, kind of a steep drop off the road. I do recommend to make sure you do have lots of levelers with you for this park. There's a lot of unevenness. Here's the backside of the play structure, which is site 122. Backs right up in 122A. Then back right up to the little park and the old bathhouse. And come down. Again, you can see the sites are kind of uneven. There is a ADA site right here. But here is the old style bathhouse. It's relatively clean. No issues. It looks like they have brought in some porta potties just for extra bathrooms, because there are a lot of sites in this campground, and the distance between the bathrooms, depending on where you're at, could be a little far, so definitely helps. Here's site 126. Again, you can see real hilly. Tents fit perfectly on these sites. There's a little bit of a tight fit through some of these trees again. You can get some campers through here, bigger ones. You just got to be really careful. Again, another ADA site. And then this is site 133 on my left. Real hilly. Not really even. The fire pit sits back. And we'll pause again for another vehicle. Here's site 135. And right at the end, site 137. It's kind of sunny on this one. And we're heading back up towards the front. We'll go by the dump station if it's not too full. So I won't pull through the dump station because there's people dumping, but it is just a single. They do not have a Y here, so it's one at a time to get out. So when it's busy, it does back up a little. This campground does sell wood, but they do not sell ice. Got a little shed right there. And again, front area with the horseshoe pit.
Told me to turn it
And we're heading out, and that was your tour of the Crescent State Park here in Michigan. Just a couple miles down the street from the Crescent State Park is the day use area. Take a run through this real quick. Again, when you come in the front here, just a little caution that there are open areas for hunting and tramping in here. We do have a few parking spots up front. And we'll start heading back. So we're heading back. I It does look like it turns to gravel. Very bumpy road. Well, now the road is turned back to a paved road. And we're continuing back. Coming to the split, you have hiking and trails off to your left, and then beach and pavilion parking for either directions. And then this is also a dark sky preserve, and we're gonna head that way. To the parking area. Looks to be about parking for about 100 vehicles down here. They do have a viewing platform that you can go out to. Picnic tables and some small grills down here. A small little kids play area. Lots of big sand dunes with the water on the other side. So now we're heading the other way. Again, another parking area. Probably enough for about 100 cars down here. And all your trails go off here that you can go walk. And then heading down to the beach if you wanted to. Back to the main road that comes in, and we will head out. There are a few other areas that you can pull off and park also. We have some trails coming off of them. Nice and quiet back here. Continue on. And we're coming back towards the front entrance. And that was your tour of the day use area. Have a good day. If you guys are up here at Port Crescent State Park or Sleeper, there's this cool place called Walt's Meats. I definitely recommend stopping here and grabbing yourself some steaks to cook while you're at the campground. Just a couple miles west of Sleeper State Park is this cool little adventure place called Sandy Dunes. We have some putt-putt, some arcades, some ice cream. Cool little place to check out with kids or adults that want to be kids.